Hi, you're watching the Kate Fox Show. I'm Kate Fox, and I am here speaking with Ace Scoble.
Hello.
And Ace, you are an administrator of the Ace Frehley fan group, which is the largest one. And you put a lot of effort and time into that because of your love for Ace Frehley.
Yes. And we have 10 people around the clock, all around the world. We have people from every country around the world. We're the largest. We got the most likes, and we do it all for Ace, for the love of Ace. And we networked tons of music people from around the world that are in the music business, and it's morphed into something like unbelievable now that I never thought would be. We just started promoting it on our own from the grassroots. We get some help sometimes, but I'm blessed to have the guys that help me, the administrators I got, that we watch everything. We try to keep it clean, have some fun, try to keep it fresh. And but we do it because Ace is sort of like a rebel and a likable guy in Kiss, and I wanted to do something legitimate for Ace. Since the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing, they didn't play, and that got me kind of mad about that.
Is that what got you into this?
That got me into it. We all got together on Twitter. Me and Michael Kinski, which isn't with me anymore, we got another group together. I have some other little subgroups. And we got together and we started fighting with everybody, even Gene Simmons, about Ace not playing at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And when we did that, we morphed into we did what do they call the pages? Before we went to Twitter, we had some kind of another page. We had like a page on it, like a blog. Sorry.
A blog.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry.
a blog.
Yeah,
They did a blog.
We did a blog. Sorry.
About Ace Frehley.
About Ace Frehley. So then all of a sudden we switched over to Facebook like 5-6 years ago, and we just started getting people together and stuff like that, and we wanted to do something legitimate for Ace. And the reason I did it is Ace was on Eddie Trunk one night, and he was coming back he was going Vegas to San Diego. He was driving, he stopped and talked to Eddie, and I could hear it in his voice how bad he felt.
Really?
And I always had a soft spot for Ace. I love Kiss. I'm a big Gene Simmons fan, a big Ace Frehley fan, but I always had a soft spot for Ace. He's kind of a rebel, and I was related to my nickname in high school. And so when I heard that thing in his voice, and I heard Peter also being on the show and the way they were talking, how bad they were feeling, I just wanted to play on a song, you know what I mean? And I think that would have gave everybody closure, maybe like the new band better. And but since then, I kind of been like, I wanted to get in Ace's corner no matter what.
Well, you are.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
You are
And
in his corner.
Yeah. And I don't want to do it. I want to just do it for the love of Ace. We don't do it for anybody else. And I got people that back me up. It's tiring sometimes. Every problem you think in the world comes up on these groups, fights and all kinds of different discussions.
Oh yeah, because if you're administering,
Yeah. It's but
that's crazy.
yeah. But I was into, I got into Kiss when I was a kid, and my sister brought home these two singles, Hard Luck Woman and Rock and Roll Night. And I looked at them and then I went to check out where Kiss was. It was like 1976, and they were coming to the arena, and I couldn't get tickets that time. When something was sold out, it was sold out, and I was probably only 12 at the time.
Oh my.
So the next time they came, I went to see them in 1978. And then after that, it kind of morphed into Kiss was everywhere, and they were the #1 band in the world. Then I started to travel to see Kiss.
You did. And you have a ton of pictures with all of the band members.
Yes. And I met everybody in the band, even Mark St. John. And I got pictures with everybody. And we went over I've seen every tour of Kiss, and just about every tour of Ace. But the last, I'd say 42 years, I've seen Kiss related stuff probably 200 times. I've seen Kiss about 112 times. Just Kiss. And I went the
I
Northeast.
saw them once.
Yeah, I've seen them all around the Northeast. We started every tour, it started snowballing. We got this group together, and some of the guys still do it with me. We do these road trips, and we went to Massachusetts. We went to Rhode Island.
You go everywhere.
Yeah, we went everywhere, and it was fun. And then it, you know, then you know, over the years, we were going to more and more shows, and then it came to the reunion tour. Right before that, it was Kiss Unplugged, and I couldn't get in. My friend had known a hairdresser of Kiss that was carrying their wigs around, and he got in. I couldn't get in. I brought my Kiss crew hat with me. I was going to get in. So there was this, out of the blue, there was this man I've known from the train called Michael Smith. He worked for Metal Edge magazine.
Okay.
And he said party of 6, and he had 4 girls with him, and I went in with him. And I sat at Kiss Unplugged in the 4th row. It's one of the historic nights for Kiss, was the Kiss Unplugged. And the backstory with Michael Smith and Patty, he was going with this girl Patty years before this. I met them on the train going to see Kiss, I think in 1979 or 1980.
Oh my God.
And they gave me the addresses of Ace Frehley and Peter Chris's house and Blue Oyster Cult's house. Somebody they knew babysat for them. So I started stalking. It wasn't called stalking back then.
You were following them.
Following them.
You were following them.
Was going to Ace's house, and Ace's house all the time, and just stalking up there. They were recording music from the Elder in 1981. If anybody said they never were there, they were there. I got in a letter from Eric Carr that he saw me on the hill. So they were there, and we'd go up there. I'd go inside. At one time, I dropped a stuffed animal there. Ace had just had Monique, and I got chased by a Doberman. And there's all kinds of stories that we had. And there's some of my friends that are on Ozone that did it with me. But the big thing is one day we decided to go to Peter Chris's house. It's in Darien, right? So we go, let's go to Peter Chris's house. Let's knock on the door. We knock on the door, and the maid said, Peter will be right back. So we go to Hojo's down the street on Route 1 in Darien, Connecticut. We go eat at Hojo's. We go there, we eat. We're going to go back now, right? I knock on the door. Peter Criss answers the door. And I got the picture in his living room. He lets us in the living room. And he gave us a beverage. And he talked to us. He signed our autographs. He let us in his house. And it was this was 1981 when he had just left Kiss. And he was a little bitter. And it was mind-blowing. And I have a picture. Did you ever see that picture?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No.
I post it once in a while.
But we're going to post it with this interview because you're going to send it to me.
Yes, I'm gonna. And so, you know, I went to, and we got these pictures, me and these 4 friends when I start traveling with. I had a childhood friend, Alex, and there was these 3 older guys. And at this time, I was only 17 or 18. My mother was going crazy. I was traveling around with these guys. These guys were in their 20s. And which I still see to this day. We went together to the Garden and to Mohegan Sun last year, Dominic Onofrio and Jimmy Vesey. And but over the years, we did a lot of. They started me on this road trip tour, and some people over the years have been on the road trips here and there. And it's been like one of those things. We take time off from work and go on a road trip, stay in a hotel, try to stay in the same hotel as Kiss. Try to see them in the lobby, and we run into them. And sometimes you're in bumfuck someplace, and that you'll run into them because it's you'll be like in Springfield, Mass. It's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday.
You're in the same place.
We're people are in school and stuff. We're there, and they're eating their hamburger or something like that. So one time when I was up in Springfield, Massachusetts, Paul and Gene walked in, and I said to Paul, I said, I'm going to get a picture. He said, I'll be right back, because I want to take a shower first. And he came down and he took a picture with me. And Gene was eating a hamburger in the lobby, and he took a picture with me too. But I've had several pictures with them, but sometimes, after a while, I try to, not be too overbearing or try not too much to look like a fan.
Right.
You
want to give them a little space.
Want to give them a little space, even though you get excited and you do the staking out and everything like that. But there's been some crazy stories over the years when sometimes we'd be in Philadelphia. We'd be on the road 4 days in a row. Went to Worcester, Philadelphia, Nassau, Meadowlands, 4 nights in a row. I don't know what order that was in. But the night they were in Philly, they were going to play the Nassau the next night. but they were basing themselves at the Riga Royal in New York City. So we followed the tour bus from Philadelphia.
He's actually a groupie.
Yeah. And we followed the tour bus into there, and we found out where they were staying. And then they had given us passes for the next night for Nassau. But no, it's like been a whole thing, like almost like I read a book about. Like
this has been something you've been doing since you were a child.
Yeah,
essentially.
And then, it's been like 42 years, and it's like never stops. Like the collecting the stuff, or going to conventions, or going to see them solo. And there's a lot of funny stories that happen. What's good now is that Ace has got a new album coming out September 18th, Origins Volume 2. Get it on E1 and iTunes. But he's been going full throttle since like 2010 now. He's got 5 albums out. He's toured about 250, 300 dates. He's got a following. I go to several shows, or we get people on Ozone to go to the shows, and they take pictures. We tell them who's in that town, and the people that are joined up in Ozone will send pictures and video in too. So we have our administrators go, but like in this area we have a couple administrators, and I'll mention them, Elliot and then I got Roger, and there's Brad's out west, and Rachel's out west, and we got Leanne down south, Elliot in Queens, and we got Rachel in California, Mike in Seattle, and we got Pat in Staten Island. Pat Kern, Staten Island.
Wow, that's a lot.
And yeah, we got 10 people that watch things year round, and we got Greg Warren, which I added to the team, and Roger Ward this year when I got banned from Facebook for a while. So I had to get some people to
wait, somebody got banned from Facebook?
Yeah.
No! So wait, I'm going to cut you off because we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back and talk about some more stuff.
Okay, great.
We'll be right back.
Great, we'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Rob Rush, and you are watching The Kate Fox Show, for those that are in the know.
And we're back, and I am speaking again with Ace Scoble. And Ace, you have been a lifelong Kiss fan, as you've said.
Yes.
And you started this Ace Frehley Ozone, which is the group that your main group.
Yep.
Because you felt that there was an injustice, if you will.
Yeah.
And you are very active, though, on social media, in promotion. You have, I'm wearing my bracelet. You do a lot of stuff for Ace.
Yeah.
Why? You sort of said it, but I'm asking again, because it drives you.
Yeah. It's just something that, like, Ace is, I love Ace. I love his character. I like he's the underdog. And there's just something about it, too, like, I always think that he was a big part of Kiss, and what Kiss is now too, and also too not being a part of the last tour. There's a number of reasons. I just got a thing. I always had really love of Ace, and I think he had a big part of making the original logo and a lot of original ideas and the original sound, and and I don't think sometimes it comes through because he didn't write a lot of songs or sing a lot of songs. They did make a lot of the leads even in Gene and Paul's songs. So, but I got a real thing in my heart for Ace, and I always did. And I actually had a concert in my yard when I was a kid, and I played Ace. We built a stage in my yard, and we invited people over. This is when I was like 14 years old, and I played Ace. And I put a smoke bomb in the back of my guitar, and I choked on the smoke, and I went down, and they had soda there, and I told the guy to give me a soda or something. He wanted to, I don't know if he was going to charge me, but that day everybody had a real treat too, because we were wearing leotards and we had white underwear with it.
Oh my God.
But there's pictures of this, but we made the whole stage in my yard, invited my aunts over and kids in the neighborhood. We did it for charity. We sold soda. And there's pictures of this, and we had a soundboard in the back, and we all played, and then we had the record playing in the back. We had a couple electricians there. We made a logo. We had
Wow.
explosions, and just remembered that. But I'm glad I mentioned it. But I'm glad you reminded me.
I'm glad you mentioned it too. And it's funny because I had things I was going to ask you and they're all gone now.
Yeah.
Because I'm listening to the story about a 14-year-old kid
Yeah.
who had this feeling, and you're still in some ways that 14-year-old kid.
Yeah, I am. I never really I just like live and breathe it. You know what I mean? It always I could remember things like I did in my life by what Kiss tour it was. Or something, you know. I mean, I say I was the Asylum tour, or, you know what I mean? It was,
But that works because
Yeah.
it's a memory. But also
Yeah.
you have expanded.
yeah,
Besides the Ace Frehley Ozone,
Yeah.
which is your main
Yeah, main
group,
group, main
if
group.
you will. But you also have other groups. You
Yeah.
have pizza. You're a pizza aficionado.
yeah. I got a pizza group. Yeah, Johnny
You know,
Pizza. Yeah,
Jo-
and I'm a big. I wanted to do what the Barstool Pizza guy did. That's my dream job. And
Dave
I'm a
Portnoy, I
foodie.
love you. Call me. Sorry,
I'm
go
a-
ahead.
And I'm such a foodie. And then I got an Ace Scoble Rock and Roll Circus, which is all the music I like, all the politics, all the movies, anything. I could put anything on there, and I'm the only administrator of that. It's like all the overload I don't want to put on my own page. And I have my own page. And I also have Ace Frehley Group pages I own. Army, Planet of Jandel, and I'm involved in a few other ones, and a few other groups will help out. And I got 2 KISS groups, Rock and Roll Over and Planet Earth. And it's hard to get
That's
people
a
to help you.
lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
You got to get people to help you, and you got to people to keep it fresh. It's hard to keep everything fresh. I concentrate on Ozone mostly, and my own page, and I try to keep it looking clean. We try to keep it looking neat. We try not to censor people. What anybody can post right now, but there's a lot of traffic in there sometimes, and it hurts it. Because sometimes something will get 400 hits or 1,000 hits, and something will get 2. It'll come at the wrong side of the day,
Right,
or
of
just go
course.
through the feeds. You know, so I try to put stuff up to the top. I got a system how to bring stuff back, and I try to rotate the good stuff.
I've noticed that system.
Yeah.
I think.
And
but
I put act. And
I know.
I act it, and I put it up, and it comes back, and if it's something good, and I keep things advertised, and I'm in contact with them. Yeah.
You're you're constantly active. You're constantly
Yeah.
promoting. You're
Yeah.
constantly, and you're in there.
Yeah.
And you recently took a tour of the studio
Yeah.
where what was recorded?
It was Ace's house.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was Ace's house. It was a recording studio called Ace in the Whole Studio in Connecticut. That's the place I would go when I was a kid. And we recently went there. The fence was open, and we went. And we went all the way up to the studio, up to the house. I did a little video, and it went viral on YouTube. And we got it edited, and we can't go. So during this whole thing, the owner of the house is a KISS fan. He bought the house. He's going to give me a tour of inside the house. And he called me up. I gave him my number. He called me up, and we're going to do a video of inside the house. Inside, and Ace has left some things in the studio, in the area, and there's
So
things
we're
that
going to see that.
We're gonna see that.
And I'm going to see it first, right?
you're going to see it first. It's going to be premiered here on the Kate Fox Show.
So you're knee deep in it. You're a huge fan, but what you did is you took your appreciation
Yeah.
and you made it into something completely different and
Yeah.
something bigger.
Yeah, it's like a passion. It's a passion of mine too. I got a career, but this thing is really my passion: music, and traveling and going to concerts and being into doing different things. And KISS to me was always the larger in life kind of guys with the,
And they're your passion.
yeah, they're my passion. And the first hard rock band I liked introduced me into other music. So, and they have a great live show. But it is my passion, so I feel really passionate about it, to do it for it, and to do it for Ace. And we have a lot of fun, and we do it for fun. And I'd like to do it, even when I retire. You know what I mean? And,
Well, then there you go,
Yeah.
right? So I want to say thank you for talking to us.
you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And I always have the most interesting friends. But check out Ace Frehley Ozone and the other pages and
Yeah.
groups.
Yeah.
and Ace Scoble.
Thank you very much.
Oh shit. You coming out? There we go. Who the hell is this? There's someone carrying an animal or something? Oh. What is that? Oh, it's a guy with a kid. Oh, he's got a baby on his back. Here's Ace's studio. Ace in the whole studio here. I am trespassing on the property here in Wilton, Connecticut at the 29 Tito Lane. Okay. Hold on. Here's was Ace's studio over here, because the top of the hill I used to be able to see over here, and Ace's studio is over there. Hello. Hey, Betsy. Here's where Ace's studio was, right here. Right there. See it? Right there was Ace's studio, yeah. It was underneath the ground. Right here. And Ace's Kiss used to load up right here. And I was come. And right there would be the studio, which is built underneath the ground of the house. Yeah. The Tito Lane address. Uh-oh. I didn't see this. Too late for this. No trespassing. All right, we're signing off here. We're gonna go to Peter's house next. Love you all. We'll be back. We'll be back.